I'm Dr. Rajni Priya, Associate Professor of OBG Department. Today I'm going to talk about COVID positive women in labor. What are the effects, what are the important precautions you take, and how do you tell the patient about the various aspects and the effect on the fetus, and how do you monitor the patient in labor. These are all the various aspects. Generally, COVID usually it gets transmitted through the nose when the patient expires, a woman expires, and through the mouth aerosols. And absolutely, there is no spread through the vaginal secretions or when she gets antibiotics or IV fluids. And with this background, the important is the spread of the virus from the women to doctors and the nurses should be minimized. This is the first important aspect, because during labor the women is usually around 8 to 10 to 12 hours in labor, and in this labor she is pushing out the fetus with a pressure about 14 to 20 kgs. So how much pressure we use to push a substance of 15 kgs or 20 kgs, that much pressure she'll be using. So the various muscles which act during labor, like abdominal muscles, rectus muscle, uterine muscles, they make the patient basal metabolic rate of the women increases. So when metabolic rate increases, the respiratory rate increases. So monitoring the women in labor with the respiratory rate is not a sensitive index. So when she is increasing her breathing and she is expiring and she is gasping for breath, there is more chances of the COVID particles discharging from the women. This is one of the important we should keep in mind, and she will not be able to follow the protocols of the COVID, respiratory protocol of the COVID, that she will not keep her mouth shut or she'll be expiring more, and there are more chances of the virus getting excreted from the patient into the environment. So with this in mind, we have to wear the protective suits, that is the doctors and the nurses. This is known as a PPE, personal protective environment. This consists of gloves and goggle, then mask and a plastic apron, which is virus cannot penetrate the apron, and boots and cap. These are the PPE equipment is compulsory for the doctors and the nurses to wear in the labor room. Next important aspect is we should not allow the attendants to come into the labor room. And invariably the air of the labor room is full of the virus when the patient is actively in labor. And how do you monitor the women? As I said, there is no spread of the virus when a doctor does per vaginal examination, or when antibiotics are given, or when IV fluids are given. There is no spread, and transmission from the mother to the fetus, it is usually not documented. So we can tell there is no transmission from the mother to the fetus. So we should tell the mother, explain her mentally that there is a fetus or a newborn baby is going to be safe, and all this we are wearing protective environment so that the people will not get affected, that is the doctors and the nurses. So mentally we have to prepare the women. And monitoring the women in labor, as I said, she'll be in labor around 8 to 12 hours she'll be in labor, and first few hours the uterine contractions are mild, but when the patient sets into first stage or second stage of labor, she'll be her basal metabolic rate will increase, means her respiratory rate will increase, her heart rate will increase, because she'll be pushing around 14 to 20 kgs of the fetus of the. So with this, we have to monitor the women. So respiratory rate is not a sensitive index to know whether she is going to deteriorate. Usually 80 to 90% of the cases, COVID patients in labor are usually mild categories. So I'm telling about mild ones. And next one is oxygen saturation. Oxygen saturation is an important parameter to record the women in labor. Normally is around 94 to 96. So when the oxygen saturation becomes below 96, it means the patient is going for complications. And usually the complications of the virus is on the lungs. So oxygenation of the air is impaired. So the oxygen saturation is an important parameter. We record the women when she is in labor, whether she is going into the deteriorating condition. Next one is the nutrition of the patient, where IV fluids and the antibiotics. And the effect of COVID on the labor is not much. So usually all the 3 stages of labor, they go without any effect. And the antibiotics we give, or the drugs that are used for the acceleration or induction of labor and to decrease the bleeding after delivery of the baby, they have no effect. So they can be used in a women with COVID. And the fetal monitoring, usually we do a continuous fetal monitoring on a instrument, so that the doctor does not go and manually record the fetal heart to prevent themselves from the getting infected. This is so continuous fetal monitoring. And we do a partograms to see whether the patient is going into all the stages of labor smoothly. Next one is the another important aspect is, as soon as the baby is delivered, usually what happens in a non-COVID women, we wait for 2 to 3 minutes so that the baby will not have neonate anemia, childhood anemia. We wait so that the cord is delayed, clamping of the cord is delayed in a non-COVID women. But in a COVID women, when the baby is delivered, we have to clamp the cord immediately. The rationale behind this is that the newborn baby should be exposed to the virus, minimal exposure of the newborn baby in the labor room. So soon after the baby is delivered, we have to clamp immediately and take the baby into the NICU so that the pediatrician is seen. This is most important aspect, because as soon as when the baby is delivering in the genital tract, there is no infection to the baby, because the virus is not documented in the vaginal secretions, or it is not documented in the blood, or it is not documented. So the baby is safe when she is delivered. But as soon as the baby is delivered, we have to shift immediately into NICU unit. This is one of the important aspect we have to see. And after delivery of the baby, bleeding is as usual in a non-COVID women, we have to monitor. Next one is how do you test the baby? Usually the baby is tested for the COVID test 24 to 48 hours after the delivery. And next one is lactation. As the virus is not traced in breast milk, we can ask the women to lactate, provided she has a mask, N95 mask and a face shield. She can lactate the baby safely. So these are all the things we have to tell the women during labor, and mentally she should prepare. And next one is suppose the cesarean section is only whether the woman has fetal distress or there is a contracted pelvis. As such, it is not affected whether patient will have vaginal delivery or cesarean section. They are not affected by the COVID status of the women. Suppose she goes into cesarean section, spinal anesthesia is best, because general anesthesia, spread of the virus to the anesthetist to other people will be more. So these are all the things we monitor when the woman is in labor with COVID.